Good morning, comrades. Yes, I'm back again. The Yorkshireman now living in Wales, and I hope everybody's okay. So today, comrades, I'm going to cover the topic of the Welsh civil servant, because I now genuinely believe they are in charge of the Welsh government. Now, if you are following other politics abroad, like the American politics, they call it the deep state, but I'm just going to call it the Welsh civil servant. So, how do I reach this conclusion? Well, I won't bore you, but I have made other videos on this, but my brief summary is this. The First Minister, during an interview, stated that committees are having to be cancelled because people got up and went to the toilet. Now at that point, I then did a Freedom of Information request to the Welsh Government saying how many meetings have been cancelled. They replied back and said none. At that point, I then made a formal complaint about the First Minister. Now, if you remember, to make a complaint about the First Minister, you have to complain to her. Anyway, so she then passed it to this bloke called David Richards, who is Director of Propriety and Ethics. And he said in his reply to me that the First Minister did not state in her interview that committees had been in quorum. Now, so he's telling me that black is now white and white is now black. Okay. And he sums by saying, I did not consider the First Minister's statement was inaccurate and therefore did not breach the code. Now clearly that's wrong. Now I can see it and everybody else should be to see it. So at that point I have now complained to the Ombudsman. And that is literally about the way this has been handled. Now the Ombudsman, and I will be making a separate video about them, because now I've looked into them, oh dear, they really do need closing down. Sorry if you work for them, but your days are done there. Anyway, I also made a complaint to the Welsh Government about, what's his name now? David Richards, because he was misleading me, and he was basically just being 100% untruthful and trying to convince me that when I saw something it wasn't there. Anyway, so I made the complaint and I got this reply back. Now this reply is quite interesting. And it goes on to say, because this matter pertains, nice word that, so I don't know who wrote this, pertains to the behaviour of our staff, it is considered an internal matter. Now it's not internal. Now the Welsh Government is a public sector organisation, paid for us and run by the public, that's us. So it's not an internal matter, it's a public matter which should be able to be viewed by every member of the public, that would be me, who can see these things. And of course, remember this, it's a public organisation. Right, and they're going to say they're unable to disclose the outcome to you due to UK GDPR restrictions. Now then, I've looked at the website and to be honest it bangs on a bit. However, luckily, yeah, I'm a bit of a logical person and I thought this through. And I thought to myself, okay, is there any other investigations which have took place recently where the outcomes have been published, they've been on main media to embarrass people? And I thought to myself, yes there has actually. So, remember the 20 miles an hour default, yes, or a lot of us call it the blanket. Well then, ex-Conservative leader of the Welsh Parliament, or Senate, R.T. Davies, and the other person, Natasha Ashgar, they got chastised by the Parliament. Yes, they got censored, and this was splashed all over the main media. And if I do a search, I could pull up all the information for you. In fact, I've called it Blanket Gate, and I've literally come up with a video about it. Now then, for them, clearly, their rights to GDPR don't exist anymore. Well, why not then? Because now we clearly have a two-tier system in place. Right, sorry to use the phrase, but that's what it is. Now then, it gets even more bizarre, because if you think about David Richards, who's the person I've complained about, he was very happy to me to disclose that the First Minister didn't say what she said. Now then, according to this though, because it's an internal matter, which all of these things technically are, according to this, is none of these should be available to the public. Now he's decided, or someone's decided, that David Richards is special and he's above everybody else. Now, Clearly that's wrong, because he's not, because he's a public servant who's paid for us, who has, as far as I'm concerned, been literally untruthful in trying to mislead me personally and everybody else. And then it gets worse, because let me make the point here, 2 members of the Senate elected have all their dirty laundry washed out and put out for everybody to see, and mainstream media pick up and it's all over. In addition to that, the First Minister, he's happy to share her investigation outcome with me. Yet when it comes to him, that's not possible. Now then, I just thought I'd share it. So for me, this is proof that the civil service are literally running the Welsh Government. And remember, they're unelected, yet they're still public servants. Will I let this matter go? No. As I speak now, I am formulating a plan. Yes, I always have a plan in place. Now, my videos have gone down in views. Not 100% sure why, but apparently there is some sort of sneaky thing going on at times with this type of channel if people don't like the content. And you could say I've been quite harsh on the Welsh Government at times. Right, anyway, tick subscribe, and it's, what day is it? Oh, Saturday today. Got a birthday party to look forward to. Happy birthday, Duzzy. Right, catch you on the other side. Thank you for watching.